guitar chart video, and it's about noontime. I made this chart this morning at around 5:30, and then I fall back to sleep, and we kind of got a day off, so this is a special event. I'm not going to be taking, where do we get the time to do this? I don't know, but we got to get going on it. It's about the best I could frame the chart. Okay. Now this chart came from a couple of charts that I made before. Okay, if that happens, it means I've gone to DIN, but that's a good point. This chart I put together this morning too. This is the basic stuff that we're going to be working from to become like, a guitar star, and knowing how to do it, knowing how to play it, playing it as easy as the piano keys in front of you. And this is the chart I made yesterday. The thing I like about this chart is it has intervals. Alright, we'll talk about intervals for a minute between strings. So when we're going, if you go straight up, it's a perfect fourth. Okay, if you go up and over one, it's a major third. Major third is 2 whole steps. Okay, 1, 2. Imagine this is like a little piano here. Here's a C, here's a D, here's an E, but they're colored. Aha. C, D, and E. See, I've got it right here now, which is good. So when you go over more, then you're going up less. So if you go over a greater amount, you're going up less. Now it's a minor third. Got my mixture of I guess, I don't know what it is, hazelnut cream and Java triple shot for cream. So robust cream. And you go over even further, and it's just a whole step. Now this is important because in these patterns that we have, and I don't want to lose sight of this. I just want to look at one pattern. Let's look at the top. Let's look at the D pattern. Okay, this is probably pentatonic, but it's probably, there's a good chance it's the diatonic, all of the strings. But see, this fourth should be here. We're just used to seeing. So it's sometimes with my charts, you'll see that as I transitioned over from pentatonic, just feeling like the pentatonic is something that I have to have. Okay, so this D down here, this D pentatonic, starting on any 2. Okay, I can tell that it's the key of C because we've got the red 5 here. You see the red G? You got to know in piano, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, that's what the piano keys look like. And so anyway, starting on the 2. Now I don't have the colors, but the colors I've worked on the next chart we got. So that's going to be really, really nice. So starting on the 2, it would be that was this, and I added an R, imaginary R here. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, intervals. Now this guy sits on top of this, so 7 goes to 3. So what do you think that interval is? That's a fourth, but we're not going to go from the 7th straight to the 3rd. We're not going to do right here. This is dun dun dun. We're going to go from the 2nd to the 3rd. So that's way over, so it's only a whole step. You see that? A whole step is way over like that. It's what I call a long. So when you see my charts, S2L over here, that is a long. Okay, so right here, changing over to here, here's stack of 2 long. So going from 5 to 6 is a whole step. Alright? Alright. We're back over here a minute, right? Okay, we kind of lost where we were zooming in on this zone. Now, all I got to do is put the mouse cursor in the general area I want to zoom in, and full screen will take me there with the even view. So that's the interval in between the 2 and the 3 is the whole step, and we want to cover one more is the interval in between. I guess they'd all be whole steps pretty much. The half steps are pretty much covered here because you see it's 7 to R and it's also 3 to 4. So that the half steps are covered. Guess what? Hallelujah. We don't have to do any half steps because they would be way over. Okay, because guess what? If you go over even further, okay, you will get to the same note. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Let's look at that. We're going to get down to the bottom part of this. This is the same thing. This is the fretboard. Here's the E. Okay, it just happens to be the third of C, but that is the E note. It's right there. You see the green E. The colors. I'm trying to keep them consistent. The colors on this chart are the old colors. These have pink and purple. That's for another reason. That is because this 7L pattern here, okay, notice the purple, theme, is generic in that it does not have to be in any key. So this 2 could be anything. So I can just start it wherever I want. Okay, and believe it or not, I can really start it wherever I want. Believe it or not. On any string, but I would start, I was always concerned with, I'm going to start it on the 2nd of C. Okay, so that would be, okay, and guess what? It's a Dorian because it starts on the 2nd, you know what I'm saying? But you could start this R if you found the root, which would be C. That's R, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is a part of the 7L. What is the 7L? It's actually an S3S, which is right here. This is mini 7. We call it like a mini 7's right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2. Okay, then we have stacked on top of that 2 goes to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R over here. Okay, now horizontally they share notes. So then we also have the 7R2 is the top of an S3S, okay, up here on the upper right, and then underneath that is another S2L. So there's 4 of them. Put them together. Alright, it has a chorus stack. That's for identification purposes. If you played that, it would be all fourths. Okay, and I don't want to try to play it. I tried to play that yesterday, and because of the tuning warp on the top 2 strings here, it's not going to play like that unless I warp it. So, but these are the unwarped patterns. Okay, so we got and here's the pattern stack. This is very, very important because what the pattern stack says, and this is what the 2 videos are about, but I don't want to get ahead of you because if I make it sound too simple, somebody just says E equals MC squared, and doesn't prove it, you'd pretty much doubt it. You'd say, well, that's great, but that doesn't help me. What do you mean? So